Good evening, Friday Night Song Club. Due to a geographical error, tonight's debut performance by my new band, The Product of Poor Education, will not take place until next week. I'm sure you're all gutted about that. I'm going to play a song that I did years ago when it was just a WhatsApp group before the rise of the YouTube channel, called I Wish I'd Grown Up in the 60s. This is for the Glitter Queen, my main man Bill Dew, who's currently banned from LinkedIn, right on brother, and Mr. Mark Turner. In the 70s I was just a lad, sitting down with mum and dad, tell me tales about things used to be, when all the music I loved was cool, before the synthesizers called it all, listening to the past, filled with envy. I miss the Beatles and the Birds, got stuck listening to Thora Hird. I wish I'd grown up in the 60s, 'cause I was probably made for that time, when everything was hip and cool. I was swimming in my old man's pools. I wish the 60s were my time. Through the 80s steely grip, the Thatcher turned it all to shit, and everybody wanted loads of money. I was sad in me black and blue, listening to Hendrix and the Who, despising all the bloody yuppies. I miss the small faces and Jefferson, got stuck with Stock Aitken and Waterman. I wish I'd grown up in the 60s, 'cause I was probably made for that time, but everything was a hip and cool. I was swimming in my old man's pools. I wish the 60s were my time. Now I'm a grumpy old man, just like my dear old dad. I tell you tales and gloat at what you missed. I was there and I saw it all, when you were just 3 or 4. If I was you, I'd be bloody pissed. I got the Stone Roses and Nirvana, you've got Harry Piles and X Factor. I'm glad I grew up in the 90s. I'm glad that was when I had my prime. We had the 60s, peace and love. We had better stuff, if you know what I mean. I'm glad the 90s were my time. One more time. I'm glad I grew up in the 90s. I'm glad that was when I had my time. We had the 60s, peace and love. We had better stuff. I'm glad the 90s were my time. Friday Night Song Club, I love you all. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you next week for Product of Poor Education.